Hi, I'm Jackie with
We're live.
Veterans Rideshare, and today I've got a special guest with us. This is one of our drivers from the VRS trucking side. This is Tony Mack. Tony, thank you for being with me today.
You're more than welcome.
Well, I always love getting everyone's backstory, and I would love to hear what you've been doing and how it was that you came in contact with VRS trucking. So tell us your story.
I worked for Broward County, Florida for 31 years as a fleet manager and everything else. So I decided to go on the road instead of being held down, a lot. Just get out on the road and see it, retire with the best company going.
Are you locked in?
That's incredible. And I'm a Floridian as well, and my dad worked for the state of Florida for many years as well. So I know it's a pretty busy job, but I guess once you get trapped by those four walls, I could see how you would get antsy and ready to go out and explore. So, how
And
many states have you been
VRS
to?
helps the veterans. VRS helps the veterans. My job down there was support for Broward County during the hurricanes and all the emergencies. During multiple hurricanes, I worked with the National Guard cleaning up down there. As you know, we're the hurricane state.
Oh yeah, the Sunshine State is a misnomer. We definitely we get hit by a lot of storms. That's incredible though. That's very important work that you were doing. I'm sure that kept you busy.
Yes, ma'am. My son was a creation from Hurricane Andrew. You could only watch Channel 7 News so long. So
Yep.
25 years ago, 26 years ago, April 22nd, he'll be born.
Oh my gosh. You hear about that all the time with like blizzards and things, but yes, hurricanes as well. Oh, that's too funny. Well, so you worked, you said, for 31 years with Broward County,
Yes, ma'am.
and then one day
Yes,
you
ma'am.
said, I've got to, did you take some
I
down?
filled something out. I filled something out online, and they got back with me, and I was interested with what Chris's, um, you know, what his vision is of this company. And I'm glad to be on the ground floor to get going with him. My mental aspect is, to do what you've been told. And I'm glad to help him out in any process.
Absolutely. Chris Pozak is our founder and president of Veterans Rideshare. For those of you tuning in, I'm Jackie speaking with Tony Mack, one of our drivers with VRS Trucking. After working a full career, he decided he wasn't done yet, but he was ready to see a little more of the country. So he filled out an application with VRS Trucking, and now here you are. So you filled out the application. What was your experience with the recruiter?
Recruiter Jim was honest. They told me, what Chris's vision was. And, to go on a little bit more, why not help the veterans? My father was an Army drill sergeant, and he passed away at a young age for me, but he's still, he was still a real big thing in my life. And the structure that's here is the same thing as the military. You got a fine job here.
That's excellent. Well, I'm sure your dad would be very proud to know that you're now working with a company that veteran owned and operated and does give back to the veteran and military community. My dad was a Vietnam veteran as well. I was an Army wife for 7 years. So meeting Chris and learning his mission is also near and dear to my heart. So it's so much more than just a job. There's this big vision. So how long have
It's
you
an
been with
adventure.
VRS Trucking now?
Since Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. And so far, have you been all over the lower 48?
Yes, ma'am. All over.
Do you have
It's like it's getting paid to retire.
see, that's good. Paid to
As long
travel,
as,
paid to
as long
retire.
as you,
Mhm.
with the people that I've worked here with, they're all great. It's like a family. And I watched Tony Turner's interview, and I feel the same way as she does. I come from a job where you had to watch your back. Here, just do your job and you're fine. You're helping in the process. It's just awesome.
That's so good. The people definitely make a difference. So do you feel that you're valued here at VRS Trucking?
Very, very valued.
Wonderful. And what's been your
I'm
experience
one
with
of
our
the-
driver support team?
Driver support is great. All 4 or 5 of the people in driver support, they speak highly of me, and I speak highly back. We communicate. It's just a well-oiled wheel.
That's incredible. So you're getting paid to retire, paid to travel, you've got support, you're feeling valued. It sounds like it's been a really good experience and fit for you so far.
It has been. It really has been. But it's been rough on my wife Allison. My wife Allison is disabled, and she's taken a lot while I've been gone. But it's all for a reason. Veterans are out there. I still take care of my home, which I've always been told a happy house has a happy spouse.
Yes. So is Allison
With
back in Florida?
yes, Hollywood,
Oh, Hollywood. Okay. Well, hello, Allison, if you're tuning
not
in.
California,
Yes, that's right.
in
I know Hollywood.
Florida.
There was a movie about that in the 80s with Michael J. Fox, I believe, called Doc Hollywood. Um,
Yes,
yeah, I paid attention because I'm
I
a
remember that.
I'm a Florida native too. Would it at all be possible for Allison to join you?
Yes and no. The roughness of the highways out here,
Mhm.
the winters, it's rough on her because she broke her back in 19, 1993.
Mm.
She's had a back operation since then, and she survives, but it's rough.
Wow, that's what, 26 years now. Yeah. Well,
And
I'm
we've
sorry.
been married 34.
Oh, congratulations. That's
You're
wonderful.
welcome.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So, are you able to go home and visit pretty frequently,
Yeah,
long periods of time? Oh,
it's great. Driver support gives me, the time off that I asked for. It's awesome. I drive around the 48 and I get home, stay, do whatever I got to do to make sure that it's there. I try to take care of her the best I can.
that's wonderful. So you feel that they're looking at you as a valued team member and a person, not just a number, but someone who has a family and has a life outside of
Yes, ma'am.
good, good.
Yes, ma'am. I do not feel like a number here.
That's
And
incredible.
as you call me Tony Mack, with all the Tonys around here, the right pronunciation, Chris, is Masakovich. The W is a V.
Masakovich. How did I do?
Yes, ma'am. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you. So you've been with the company now since Thanksgiving. Everything's going well. Do you foresee staying with VRS Trucking for a while?
Oh yes, ma'am. As long as they keep me, I love being part of the family.
That's incredible. So do you feel that you have the independence that you need, like they trust you to do your job and do it well?
Yes, yes, ma'am. No problems on the driving part.
Mhm.
It's it's basically go out, deliver, and Chris with his help of the veterans, we just dropped a trailer on my last load at a animal pharmaceutical place. Their electricity was out for 12 hours, and we put a trailer in there, a refrigerated trailer, to help them keep the medicine cool. And the
Incredible.
man was from the so veterans help veterans.
That they absolutely do. I think that's incredible. That's one of so many examples I've seen now of veterans rideshare and VRs trucking being actually supportive of the community. It's not just saying it, there's action to back it up, which is so important.
Yeah,
So,
that's very no. There's no false news in that, like Donald Trump says. That's true news.
That's true. This is very accurate. There are the actions and the mission to back up everything that we do here. It's all put into play. So then would you recommend VRS trucking for either other people who've had a career in trucking or who, like you, are retiring and looking for what's next in life?
If their heart's really into it, yes, I will do that. And that's hard. That's hard to find out there right now. Um, the mentality is me, 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 and there needs to be a lot more people like Chris out there that think of other people. But everybody's out for themselves, and I've been told before political correctness is going to kill this country, and you can see it out there on the road on how the drivers, treat their companies or the companies treat their drivers. This place here is, I found a home.
That's perfect. So it isn't just a job, it's a home, it's a family, you're
Yes,
part of a team.
yeah, exactly. A well-oiled machine.
That is an excellent testament to who we are here and what we do here with VRS Trucking. And we are always looking for more drivers of this great mindset who want to be part of a team and greater good. You can go to vrstrucking.com and learn how to apply. So I think this is incredible. I love that you're able to go explore the country now after a long career. You're still able to go home and be with your wife as well, and you feel valued and you've got everything without being micromanaged, which for me is a big deal. I think it's nice to know that
Yes,
you
very
have
big
autonomy.
seller.
Yeah. Sorry, we're gonna ask.
If I'll say it. If you want a home, here's the place to do it.
That is
You're you're only asked to do your job, do it correctly, and represent VRS trucking in a professional manner.
And if it goes well, if you're the right person, the right fit for our team, it just sounds ideal. You're not the first driver I've spoken with who said we would love to stay here as long as we'll have them, or as long as we are talking will have them. That speaks volumes because I know that this industry typically has high levels of turnover. So what do you think is different about us?
The caring, the caring of driver support, calling to find out where you're at. If you're in the middle of nowhere, what's happening. They always stay in touch with you to keep you safe.
That's good. So you know
It,
you're not alone
the
and you are
mentality of the higher ups is just phenomenal. You don't see that every day anymore.
mhm,
They're all out for the almighty buck instead of helping their fellow man, which happens to be a veteran. They gave their country. Now they're giving back to them.
mhm.
And I love being on the ground floor. And I hope hope and pray Chris's vision comes to life one day, and I'm still around to see it.
I hope you will too. Luckily, Chris means business and he acts quickly. I'm over here on the East Coast, Florida, as I said, and I'll be up. I think it's early for me, 5 a.m. and Chris is texting and already starting his day. Think, wow, you really are a go-getter. But he's the exact type of person who has this dream and vision, and he's going to find all the right people he can to help build his team and make it happen. So it's wonderful to be a part
I'm
of it.
proud to be part of it.
Yes,
Very proud to be part of it.
exactly. Well, thank you so much today for talking to me, Tony. Do you have anything else that you would like to add?
Not at this time. You've covered everything. You're a professional. You've done your job.
Thank
Now I'm
you.
going to do my job.
Well, and you've done a great job too. I've been thanking all the drivers because I know this isn't officially your job, but I love that you're here willing to share your story, your experience, and hopefully it'll help us bring in even more drivers as well because we've got a lot to accomplish, and the better the team we have, the better the results, and the sooner we'll get there together.
If you want a professional attitude, family owned, this is the place to be. I cannot say it more. I am very proud to be part of Chris Pozak's vision.
Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. It's perfect. So on that note, thank you all for watching today. I'm Jackie with Veterans Rideshare. This was Tony Mack, one of our drivers with VRS Trucking. And if you're interested in learning more, you can check us out at vrstrucking.com. Thank you so much for your time today, Tony, and thank you all for watching.
You're welcome.